UFC Bantamweight, Tony Kelley. Thank you so much, Tony, for the time, man. How's life treating you over there in Louisiana?
Man, it's all right. It's all right. I'm getting, pretty acclimated to the Abu Dhabi climate right now. It's humid here. It's hot, so it won't be that big of a difference.
All right. Well, first thing, I want to start with is your UFC debut. You went to war. Both guys took damage. How were you physically coming out of that battle?
I wasn't too beat up, a couple check kicks, some bruised shins. He had a good left hook. Kind of had a little hematoma in the eye, but other than that, I mean, it's just what happens, man. Wasn't too bad.
So it seems like he took more damage than you did.
That was the idea.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So when you think about judging, right? When you think about judging, do you feel like, man, the judging is kind of weird? They should make some adjustments to it because at the end of the day, it's a fight. So if you fight and whoever takes the most damage should probably lose the fight, right?
That's the way I look at it, like in a general stance, But the UFC has it has rules and scoring system, and you know what? I should have done a better job. I agree with the decision. I didn't feel like I did enough to win. I think I got in my own way. I jumped for a guillotine, put him on top of me, ate up the time clock. I just made some amateur mistakes, but ironed all that out with this training camp, and I'm really excited to get back in there October 10th.
All right. Well, before we get into that fight, the $50K bonus, of course, that's the big deal right there. And were you able to invest in something in your training, or did you keep it tidy in the bank?
No, so yeah, I reinvested that into myself, into my training, into the community here in Shreveport. Just trying to get everything that I need, build up the group that I've accomplished all this with. So supporting them, I just got that in my bank account probably like 2 weeks ago. So it just cleared. But we got some new equipment, some new things here and there. So just going to be smart with it.
Did you expect to get the check like fight night? Did you expect that?
Well, I was watching the fights. I knew that we had a good fight, and I was like, man, that could be a candidate for fight of the night. I feel like, but I'm biased, obviously. And I'm watching these fights go by, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I got a good shot here. There was a couple competitive fights, but yeah, I was hoping.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm talking about the money, getting it into your account. You know what I mean? Did you feel like, man, did you know it would take so long?
Yeah. My manager kind of told me, hey, man, this is a process, yada, yada. So, don't expect it to be right there. It might even be October. So I was kind of just surprised when I looked into my bank account. I was like, oh, yeah, cool. All right.
All right. Well, you said you reinvested it into the community and to the group around you that got you to the dance. How exactly did you reinvest it with them?
Equipment, salaries, paying for stuff here and there, taking care of the people that, took care of me, and I'm still doing it.
All right. Awesome, man. Now, the UFC PI, I feel like you went there and did some testing. Did you do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
So like the week following my fight, I went out there and got like a baseline testing done, a nutrition plan, and a goal to be able to make 135 for this fight.
Now, what other than the nutrition stuff, like you do all this testing, and I always talk to the fighters about it and ask them, what did they learn about themselves that they didn't know before?
I learned that I'm really good at suffering, but but I kind of knew that. I learned that I was like really inefficient, and so we learned to make me more efficient. But yeah, just where some of my strengths were, where some of my weaknesses are, and that's pretty much it. I did a lot of suffering, but I knew I was pretty good at that.
2-month turnaround. I think a lot of people didn't expect that because you went to war. You know what I mean? They felt like, okay, this guy went to war. He's going to probably take some time off, but you didn't. You're like, hey, I'm going to be back in there 2 months. Has 2020 been pretty mind-blowing for you, with your first fight, making your UFC debut in Vegas, and now you're going to Fight Island? Yeah,
man, mind-blowing is a good way to sum that up, man. I went from $50 in the bank account to $50K, kind of, in this little short time span in 2020. It was sucking. I had a couple fights lined up that obviously got interrupted by COVID. And you know, like the whole world's on halt. We're walking around in masks and stuff, and I'm like, man, this year sucks. And all of a sudden, now I'm in the UFC and 2 fights. I'm going to Fight Island, which is incredible. That's awesome. Yeah, man, it's exciting.
Fight Island, October 10th. You're facing Ali AlQaisi. Thoughts on him as an opponent, and how do you feel you stack up against him?
Man, I'm actually excited about the matchup. I know he's a tough guy. The Jordanians, man, they represent. You know, he's the only one from the country Jordan to have made it and carry his country on his shoulders. Oh, hold on, I'm sorry. Low battery here. No, but it's super exciting. He's got a good physical skill set. You know, he's pretty well rounded. He's a tough guy, and he's coming off of a loss, so I know that he's hungry. So I mean, it has another potential for fight of the night on it, definitely. But you know, let's see if I can stay out of that. But no, I like my style versus his. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about it. I think it's a great matchup.
You're dropping down to 135 after fighting at featherweight pretty much all your career. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, actually, I had 2 fights at Bantamweight earlier on in my career, and just the opportunities came at 45, so I took them. You know, this opportunity against Kai came, you know, in 4 days' notice, and that was at 45. So of course, yeah, definitely. But I just think that I'm a small 45er. I compare myself to a lot of guys that I train with and see, and when they walk around, and I'm like, I don't walk that. I don't even get that heavy, you know. Like I walk around at like 150, you know, 152. So I'm like, probably don't need to be fighting at 45, you know.
Definitely.
But I hate cutting weight, so that kind of kept me from doing it, you know.
Well, the PI, you know, you said the nutrition, it must be very helpful. How have they, you know, adjusted your food intake?
Oh man, so I'm eating 6 times a day. They got it all macroed out if I follow instructions, and it's awesome, man. Great team over there. The PI is incredible. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life, man. Just like, you know, I'm from Shreveport, Louisiana. We don't have nice stuff like that, you know. So it was cool, man. I went out there. They took all these tests. You know, they told me my bone density. You know what systems of fuel I'm burning. You know what my power output. All this just mind blowing stuff. And I had a team of people that are helping me achieve, you know, being a 135er, getting stronger, doing the right things, you know. So it's pretty cool, man.
Your opponent, Ali, he debuted, I believe, a week before you debuted. He lost a split decision. Did you catch that fight? If so, what was your assessment of that performance he had?
You know, I thought he had a good performance. You know, him and Irwin, I thought they had a good fight. That was an exciting fight. You know, it comes down to little things, and it's the little things that cost me my fight against Kai, you know. So I think it's exciting, man. I'm truly excited. I think he's a great opponent, and I think it's going to be a banger, bro.
All right. Now, have you spent your whole training camp in Louisiana in Shreveport?
I've split it between Fort Worth and Shreveport.
Okay. So have you been out? Where are you working at Fort Worth?
I got some buddies over at Genesis headquarters in River Oaks, and I don't know, Mark De La Rosa. So the De La Rosas are over there. There's a couple of up-and-coming guys. Eric Sands, the coach over there. So I've known Eric for about 10 years now. So he's doing a great job over there. So definitely went over there, had some good bodies, a good partner. Mark came down this last week in Shreveport and kind of finished it up here. We fly out in the morning and be right back at it.
Yeah. Now, the coaches that you have been working with throughout the years, how pivotal have they been for you to get you to this point?
Well, yeah, like every coach that I've had has given me a piece of the puzzle, right? So, man, look, I've been so fortunate to be able to travel and learn from all of these guys and work with some of the high-level talent that I have because I've been exposed to that, you know? And, you know, it's really helped me mold my game and develop as an athlete. You know, I've been able to train with Team Alpha Male, Rain, just all kinds of gyms. Henry Cejudo's Fight Ready. You know, it's everyone is working on something different, you know, and to bring in some aspect to the table. So, been very blessed, man. Very blessed.
So you traveled. You've been with all the coaches. You have had the major big name training partners. Now you're back in your hometown. You know what you need to do, right?
That's it, man. Yeah, I just need to work hard and be surrounded with people who believe in me and share the same vision, man. It's really all it is.
So what do you feel like is going to be the difference maker in this upcoming fight?
You know, I don't know that there's going to be I'm the difference maker. Me. I think that's the difference maker. I think Ali's not me. I think a lot of these guys aren't me. And I think I'm about to demonstrate that October. I'm so sorry, man. I'm having issues over there. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Yeah, I just think that I'm going to show a lot of people who I am, man. You know, I went out there on 4 days' notice and I let my nuts hang, excuse me, you know, but just went out on my shield, man, going to battle. That's what I do, man. I can come off the couch and fight, man. Now I've got a training camp under me. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready to show the world who I am. Bantamweights, what's up? Here I come.
The first fight, like you said, you let your nuts hang. You showed out that you could be tough and gritty. This one, you're gonna be the more technical, the more savage, right?
Yeah. More savvy. Definitely more tactical on this. You know, that one was just like, hey, man, we're fighting. You know, we're in the UFC, we're fighting. Now, I mean, it's the same mindset always for me, bro. I'm fighting, bro. Like, if you're in there with me, we're fighting. That's just what's going to happen. Obviously, we're in a fight. But, yeah, there's approaches. And I think I've made some adjustments this camp. And I think we're all going to see that October 10th.
So what do you envision? Do you envision, yourself getting in there, getting a knockout, submission? What do you see?
Man, I take it how I can get it, man. You give me something, I'm going to take it, you know. But definitely I see me getting a knockout, man. I think I got his range. I think I got my timing. I think it's going to be late in the first round, early second. I put him to sleep.
All right. Now, after this fight, are you going to go take a break and enjoy Christmas and everything? Or you want to be back by December?
Man, I took like 3 years off, bro. I don't care for another break. I had a long break. I'm here. I'm ready to fuck some shit up. Excuse me again, but
all good.
I'm ready to go, man.
All good. Now, one last thing, I want to talk about MTV Cage, man. That was like 2012, like 9 years ago now. No? You don't want to talk about it?
Yeah, no, look, hey, man, it opened up the doors for all of the training and the traveling and all of that. So definitely that was a big, big blessing. I learned a lot from that experience. And I was young and ridiculous, and I try to forget it a little bit sometimes. But hey, man, it put me here, and I'm very grateful for that. Not a lot of people get that opportunity as well. So
it must have readied you somehow for the cameras, right? For the UFC cameras. So when you now you're in the UFC, you don't really trip out by it because you've had cameras follow you around and kind of dissect your life. Yeah,
definitely. Although I don't really have all the cameras on me yet, they're still kind of, I'm still on the prelims, but I'm coming, But yeah, definitely. It helped a lot. Because that is definitely, it's an invasive thing, man, having camera, it's like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, you and Matt Schnell too, and both of you guys are in the UFC now doing your thing.
Matt, dude, he was incredible, man. Matt's always been good in front of the camera. He speaks well. He's that dude's a politician, man. He's got it, But yeah, good on him.
Another savage, man. Now, of course, man, October 10th, UFC Fight Island. Thank you, Tony, for the time. Enjoy life and all the best.
I'm so excited, man. Thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time, man.
Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP Post Fight for all your weekly martial arts news.